Welcome to a story of prodigal genius, commercial heartbreak, and an influence that outlived the charts. This is the story of Alex Chilton, the enigmatic architect of indie rock, born in Memphis and felt everywhere. This program is brought to you by the Series of Thoughts team, as part of the Music Education series. Our first chapter is titled The Teen Idol's Ascent. Born in 1950, Alex Chilton was a musical prodigy with a vocal delivery that possessed a grit and emotional depth beyond his years. At just 16, Chilton fronted the Box Tops, quickly becoming a national sensation with the chart-topping single, The Letter. Its raw, gravelly vocals captured the restless energy of the era, establishing Chilton as an instant icon. Despite a string of successful blue-eyed soul hits, Chilton felt stifled by the commercial machinery and lack of artistic freedom. This pattern of choosing integrity over comfort began early, culminating in his famous mid-show walkout in 1969. After leaving the Box Tops, Chilton was offered the lead singer role in Blood, Sweat and Tears, a guaranteed path to mainstream stardom. He turned it down, rejecting the polished sound for artistic conviction, a choice that defined his life. Chapter 2 begins with the birth of Big Star. In 1971, Chilton returned to Memphis and co-founded Big Star with Chris Bell, bassist Andy Hummel, and drummer Jody Stevens. They embraced a melodic, guitar-driven rock sound, pivoting sharply from his R&B past. Big Star's debut, #1 record, was a masterpiece ahead of its time, featuring tender tracks like 13 and the anthemic In the Street. It showcased the band's brilliant power pop collaborative range. The album was critically acclaimed but fell victim to the industry's cruel hand. Due to its distributor's collapse, #1 record received virtually no distribution. The album's brilliant work was strangled by industry indifference. Brilliance undermined. A masterpiece unheard is still a masterpiece. But the silence Big Star faced after their debut was devastating, setting a painful pattern for the band's career. Big Star followed up with Radio City, a raw album containing the pop masterpiece September Girls. Then came Third/Sister Lovers, recorded in a dark state of near dissolution and released years later. These three albums form one of the most complete artistic statements in rock history. After Big Star dissolved, Chilton retreated inward for solo explorations. His work, like the abrasive Like Flies on Sherbert in 1979, was deliberately uncommercial, embracing dysfunction as an aesthetic. It was polarizing and utterly his own. The Alex Chilton effect meant influence beyond sales. Though his records rarely charted, artists like REM and The Replacements built careers on his template: melodic ambition, emotional honesty, and a rejection of compromise. Many peers paid tribute. The Replacements wrote a song in his honor, calling Chilton the greatest rock songwriter alive. REM cited Big Star as foundational to their sound, and Teenage Fan Club built their aesthetic on the Big Star blueprint. Chilton maintained a love-hate relationship with fame. He often sabotaged renewed interest by showing up unprepared or refusing interviews. This paradox: the more he pushed fame away, the more devoted his following became, only deepened his mystique. His career began with producer Dan Penn spotting the Box Tops. The Letter was recorded quickly and cheaply, capturing the sound of a world-weary kid at 16. The song's success allowed Chilton to leave high school and pursue music full-time. 16 years old, and #1 in America, Chilton experienced dizzying success almost immediately, an early peak that set the stage for a dramatic, complex career. Chilton's life was a painful arc of meteoric rise, deliberate retreat, and consistent undervaluation by the music industry. Despite commercial disappointments, he remained devoted to his artistic vision. On March 17, 2010, Alex Chilton died of a heart attack in New Orleans at age 59. The timing was particularly cruel. Big Star was scheduled to reunite at South by Southwest that week. Big Star drummer Jody Stevens mourned, saying, "There was no one like him. There will be no one like him." It was an acknowledgement of a singular, irreplaceable talent. Chilton's career was a contrast between Path A, commercial success with the Box Tops, and Path B, artistic integrity with Big Star and his solo career. His unfulfilled mainstream potential remains part of his enduring mystery. His later work was marked by deliberate deconstruction. On albums like Flies on Sherbert, he attacked conventional song structures with raw, irreverent glee, confounding critics but pioneering lo-fi aesthetics decades early. The core of his later philosophy seemed to be, break it apart, see what's left. This radical approach sought genuine expression over polished convention. The legacy of Alex Chilton was cemented by The Replacement's 1987 song, Alex Chilton. This anthem, written for a ghost of the music industry, introduced a new generation to his name, proving his influence was already profound. Chilton also made his mark as a producer for artists like The Cramps. His work behind the board extended his influence, shaping raw sounds and mentoring talent to trust their unconventional instincts. In the studio, the mixing board became another instrument in his hands. Chilton's unconventional vision helped define the sonic identity of the artists he worked with. Chapter 5 explores the echoes of Alex Chilton. Big Star's music, once commercially ignored, is now constantly rediscovered, cementing its influence in the DNA of indie rock and power pop. The enduring appeal of Chilton lies in his authenticity. By rejecting fame and compromising nothing, he became the kind of artist that other artists revere, the one who told the truth. His story is proof that the right music eventually finds its audience. Chilton's albums now appear on, quote, greatest albums lists, ensuring his continued influence over new ears and new generations. Chilton's life was a complex, unfinished symphony of talent and frustration. His work endures because it was authentic, fought for, and offered without compromise to anyone willing to listen. Alex Chilton leaves a legacy of raw brilliance and uncompromising artistry. As he once wrote, "I am the cosmos, I am the wind, but I'm not the minute you walked in."